大谷翔平選手が32号の特大アーチで日本人初のスプラッシュヒットを放つもドジャースはジャイアンツに敗北。先発のダスティン・メイが乱調し 4.2 回で7失点でまさかの8年ぶりの7連敗となってしまいました。試合後の現地放送を翻訳してお届けいたします。
Hello, welcome to Access Sportsnet Dodgers, brought to you by Mercury Insurance. I'm John Hartung alongside Jerry Hairston Jr., Nomar Garciaparra. The Dodgers' losing streak has now reached 7 games. This is their longest in 8 years. At least tonight, the Dodgers' offense woke up. They put up 7 runs. They really battled back after being down 8-2. You put up 6 runs against Logan Webb. You feel like you have to win that game, Jerry. Dustin May, though, gave up 7 runs, and the Dodgers wind up 1 run short.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. You mentioned the positive. I love the way that the Dodgers battled back. Guys got hot, let's hope, with the bats. I love the way they swung the bats tonight, especially in that ballpark when it's cold. When you surrender 8 runs, they're tough to overcome.
Yeah, they definitely fought back, and, when I look at it from the runners in scoring positions, they were 4 for 10, which was good. They were giving themselves opportunity, but also they got some hits. I mean, this is one of the things that they struggled to do in the last series, but here they got some runs. They were battling back, which was really good to see, but at the same time, when you fall that big in a hole, that was the toughest thing. I mean, one thing about Dustin May, he's going to tell you, like, man, I can't give up those 2 leadoff walks. They come around, that just kind of snowballed. Yeah, there was question whether there possibly would have been a double play there on that ball to Kim had he fed it to Mookie. You just don't know. We didn't really see the best angle. But nonetheless, it all started with those 2 leadoff walks, which was really tough to battle and come around.
At least the Dodgers did show that fight tonight. Yep. Nomar, they're down 8-2 in that 6th inning. Then we see Teoscar Hernandez coming through his first game after missing 4 games. And also Michael Conforto against his former team going deep, getting the Dodgers right back into this game.
Yeah, when you have an inning like that, which was really good to see, we always talk about the Dodger offense about passing the baton, but we have not seen that lately, right? Because there have been so many guys who have struggled. Well, this inning, it seemed like they were able to do that. And it was really good to see Teoscar. I really like where he drove that ball to right center as well. And sometimes innings like this, with guys who have been a little cold as of late, can get you going. It really can, because positive results hadn't got you knocking guys. Michael Conforto gets a really nice swing and drives that ball out to center field as that ball was going away because he stayed on it rather than pull off of it. So that's another real positive as far as the swing was concerned. So things were going well, and that was really good to see. And then even after that, Ha-Seong Kim getting on base, everything about it. So you're like, all right, hopefully guys get going. And maybe this is a sign for more to come. They can build off that, but it's also tough the way you had your chance there at the end when you have your best hitter so far on the team, Will Smith, who's just been incredible this entire season.
And this was earlier, Jared, because he had 2 hits tonight. He had a double and then got the Dodgers a run closer, 8-7 with the single.
I love that swing right there. This one down the zone, he challenged him fastball after fastball. He stays short, up the middle, great swing with 2 strikes.
And I thought that was one of the more critical at-bats in this game right here because there was momentum potentially that the Giants were really trying to take away. Mookie Betts being stranded at 3rd, but he comes up with a big hit.
And then in the 9th inning, Dodgers down 8-7, and Camilo Doval trying to close it out. Jerry and Shohei's retired to lead off the inning, but then the Dodgers tried to mount a rally against the Giants closer.
And another positive, Mookie Betts squared some balls up tonight.
Yes.
That is great to see. You see it right here, turning on 99. Anytime you're turning on 99, you have to use that top hand to finish your swing. Great swing there by Mookie Betts. They bring in the speedster Ruiz, who promptly steals second base when Freddie Freeman was up. I mean, he had that base stolen with that jump. Just excellent speed. I love the element to his game. Great jump. Ooh, flying. Now we have the tying run there at second base. And obviously Will Smith will end up grounding into a double play to end the ball game. And again, Will Smith, I like that he's aggressive. Thought he got a pitch he can handle and just rolled it over a little bit. But Will Smith has been unbelievable all season long. So the positive. There are no moral victories. We know that in the big leagues, none. But I will say this. Sometimes guys like Mookie Betts, Teoscar Hernandez driving that ball, Michael Conforto, this type of game can get guys going for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, or change your season around. So I'm hoping, especially for a guy like Michael Conforto, this kind of helps him. I'll make another note. I'll be shocked if Kim's not in the lineup just about every single day the rest of the way. He is a difference maker, man. He provides a different element to this team. And I love the fact that speed, contact, bat-to-ball skills, especially now in this league, is rare. Man, Kim is a difference maker.
I'm glad to see the type of game he had. getting the hits that he did, because we were talking about before the game, he was scuffling a little bit. What started, I was like, well, they sat him. I think that got him cold. So hopefully this gets him going, and he does get a runway, especially we also talked about, like, this is their best lineup right now due to the injuries that they have in their position players. So, and he is part of that. So hopefully he gets a runway. We saw Tommy Edman over there at third base, so he's in the lineup as well. So maybe we see more of that. And then, at the end there with Will Smith is unbelievable this year. He's the guy you want. He's the guy you want swinging at that moment. He's the guy you want driving in. And when you really look at that pitch, you have a guy who's closing, and he walks the guy, you're going, oh, he's going to try to groove one right there. You are ready to be. And where that ball started, it actually did start. And they were like, that was a pitch where it started to hit. It just at the end just kind of gave a little bit of a sink, and that was it. But yeah, you got to be aggressive in that moment. He did exactly that. And he hit it hard. Just at somebody.
All right, well, let's head back to the booth in San Francisco. Check in one final time with Joe Davis and Oral Hershiser.
The Dodgers score 5 unanswered to get back into what looked like it was a blowout, but ultimately fall short, and the losing streak at 7.
Yeah, there was some hope in the fact that they were coming back against the #1 bullpen in baseball, but really what burned them was the walks from their own pitching staff and some of those home runs. That has been an Achilles heel of Dustin May, and they really couldn't stop the bleeding with their own bullpen.
Try to stop the bleeding tomorrow with Shohei Ohtani taking the ball.
Yeah, his 5th start, got an ERA of 1.5. This guy has been really good. We'll see how far they extend him. It's been tough for him to be a hitter and a pitcher, but hopefully he puts it all together tomorrow.
And Landon Roop goes for the Giants. Doesn't have the name brand that you have on Friday night with Webb and on Sunday with Ray, but Roop's pitched really well as well. So the Dodgers have their work cut out for them as they try to end this skid.
Here's what's ahead on the calendar. 2 more in San Francisco to close out the first half. 1 p.m. start time tomorrow with Shohei Ohtani on the mound. Sunday's game is on Roku. Dodgers 5 All-Stars then off to Atlanta for the Midsummer Classic. The second half begins next Friday. The Dodgers hosting the Brewers, and they will also induct Ron Cey into the legends of Dodger baseball. Shohei Ohtani went splashdown for his 32nd home run of the season. That's tops in the National League. The Dodgers fall 8-7. We've got plenty of reaction coming up.
We're going to do a little Access 360, a little splashdown. You get a pitch. First pitch, it's a cutter that really doesn't cut. Outstanding job staying back on this cutter, and we got splashdown. You have the guy with the headphones. Did I get that right? Headphones? When he get electrocuted with the water, I digress. Great swing, head down on contact, outstanding exit velo, 106 miles an hour. The ideal launch angle is going to come up in a second. 30 degrees. There's that red line to indicate the launch mode. Once again, Shohei Ohtani, doesn't matter what ballpark you're in, West Coast, East Coast, in Japan, he's got light tower power. I would love to see a few Dodger fans go out there one day and do canoeing, but be mindful of the sharks, because remember, cold water, there are sharks present.
Dodgers fall 8-7. Let's go back to San Francisco and hear from Dustin May with Kirsten Watson in the media.
You're ready. Dustin, with how this game started, you were in the zone. When you look at just kind of when the walk started picking up, the long ball, what do you think was different for you? If it was kind of rhythm, timing, how the stuff was playing?
Just got a little bit out of sync and couldn't time things back up.
What kind of adjustments are you trying to make in that moment? I know I have to imagine it gets kind of frustrating, also knowing the 6-game losing streak, things like that, now 7. How do you just have to find different ways to kind of manage yourself in those situations?
Just trying to find cues to be able to make the quickest adjustment possible. Talking with guys in between the innings and trying to just figure some things out, and I just couldn't get it done.
Did it feel like the stuff was playing how you wanted it to in the first couple innings there? And, like, can you kind of feel when you start to lose it in the 4th? Or
yeah, I mean, during my warm-up throws in the 4th, it felt a little off. Trying to get my foot down a little earlier didn't really help. That's been kind of a cue. But yeah, it just went bad in the 4th.
Starting pitcher, I mean, I have to imagine the whole team is feeling the losses, but do you feel more weight just trying to kind of put the team in a position to win?
I mean, I try to do that every time I go out. Whether we're on a losing streak or a winning streak, I'm going to give you my best foot forward, and it just wasn't very good tonight.
Former Giants, Michael Conforto hit his 8th home run of the season. Got the Dodgers within 2. They fall 8-7. They'll hope to snap the losing streak tomorrow. Well, the Dodgers did have 7 strikeouts tonight, which means tomorrow you can go to Jack in the Box. Get a free Jumbo Jack with the purchase of a large drink only at LA area restaurants. Dustin May carried most of the load. He had 4 of the 7 strikeouts. Will Klein punched out 2 in the 9th to get, or the 8th inning, to get to that number 7. We saw Michael Conforto hit a big home run in this game, Nomar, but he also made a huge play with his arm left field, making a double play out of it.
Yeah, there was a lot of momentum shifts in this particular ball game, and there was an incredible double play. We're going to go access 360 and break it down, and this was an incredible play by 2 people. Michael Conforto in the outfield. He gets a ball, knows that, all right, I'm going to have to make a throw that had to be on the money to have any chance at him tagging at third base. And that's exactly where that ball was. I mean, it had to be right where he was sliding, and that's where he placed this ball. You can see where the ball was, but I said there were 2 great plays on this because Will Smith, incredible job staying on the ball, because as you're seeing, I mean, you feel vulnerable because you're reaching out with your hand and you know he's sliding and you know you want to stay in there with the tag, but it's on target. And I think that toe of Will Smith's right there, I think stopped his toe just a little bit from not getting to home plate, which as they're looking at the replay, every angle, they say, oh, the play stands. But just an incredible play all around. Like I said, great throw by Conforto, but incredible play by Will Smith to hang in there and get that tag.
Not only was it an incredible throw, Conforto on a dime, great throw. That angle we had from like the visitors' dugout, that ball kind of hid behind the runner's helmet, but he had enough concentration to still catch and apply the tag. Great play.
Yeah. All right, Dodgers fall though 8-7. Let's go back to Oracle Park and hear from Mookie Betts with Kirsten in the media.
Mookie, when you look at how the last week has gone, just the fight you all showed tonight, Dave Roberts talked about just the feeling of a sense of urgency, wanting the wins. Were you feeling that in this game tonight, just how you all battled the back?
Yeah, you know, it's kind of like we play like that every game. We just haven't gotten the bats going. Today we were able to string some hits together and put some innings together, but we just come up short.
What are you seeing from Logan Webb that at least put you guys in a situation to potentially pull off this comeback win?
I mean, I think he just left a few pitches out over the plate, especially in that one inning. I don't remember what inning it was, but we just was able to string some hits together, something we hadn't done in a while. Obviously, I know it sucks, but we got to try and take some positive out of it. And at least we battled back.
Is it more encouraging that the offense kind of got something going, or does it just make it more frustrating when you guys do kind of come back and get close late in the game like that?
No, I think it's definitely more encouraging. We haven't, I can't speak for everyone, but I haven't done anything this whole time. So, you know, I don't want to speak on myself, but I don't want to speak on other people, but, you know, just to kind of get us going and getting some hits there, it's just at least that's the positive that you can take out of it.
Where did the pitch get you, and how bad did you think it was?
I mean, it just got me just on the inner thigh. But I mean, just went numb for a second. But I mean, you get hit by a ball, I mean, it's probably gonna hurt.
Hae-Sung Kim had 3 hits tonight. Also made this great defensive play. We've got plenty more reaction coming up. 7 in the series opener. Let's go back to San Francisco and hear from Dave Roberts with Kirsten and the media.
Dave, obviously a loss is a loss, but when you look at just how your guys fought back in this one, did this one feel different compared to how this week has gone?
I like the fight. I like the fight tonight. I thought 1 through 9, there were good at-bats in there, scored some runs, you know, had a chance to win at the end, and unfortunately, I came up a little short, but yeah, I think 1 through 9, I like the at-bat quality, and you know, Webb is you know, one of the really good pitchers in the National League, and for us to, you know, get him in the 6th inning, chase him, get to the pen, I thought that was good, and you know, unfortunately, you know, on the pitching side, we just couldn't prevent enough runs.
Dustin talked about how he felt like he just kind of got a little out of sync with the walks and the long ball. What were you seeing from him that just kind of really proved to be the difference with how he started this one and then in the middle of his outing?
Yeah, I think that's kind of the tell of tonight, where I thought early on the stuff was really good, and then, you know, you look and he started losing command, and the 4 walks, I think 3 of the guys scored, and you give a team that's playing well, that's opportunistic, free passes, they're going to come back to haunt you. And also, it kind of introduces more hitters and the better hitters, and you got to face more guys in a game, and that changes kind of the landscape of the game. And so I think, that fourth or fifth inning where, you walk two guys right there to start the inning, that kind of started it. And, we almost got out of it with the double play off Chapman's bat. But for me, I just felt, the command wasn't there enough to, warrant another chance at Adames. And so, unfortunately, and then we got count leverage at times and couldn't put hitters away, so that kind of bit us a little bit too.
How much has that been kind of a pattern of this season, just kind of looking dominant through stretches, but also just kind of having those bursts, like not really having his command?
Yeah, I think that's part of it. Not to make any excuse for him, but that's part of kind of his path back and trying to fine-tune some things. And at times it's elite, it's commanded, and then, then other times it kind of goes awry a little bit, and you give up free passes or make a mistake middle of the plate to give up slug. And so that's sort of what happened today. And he's trying his tail off, but today it just kind of fell off a little bit in the middle of the game.
And 2 for 4 for Mookie tonight, hard contact on the line out in the first inning. How encouraged were you by his at-bats, and how important do you think this series is to just take some momentum into the second half?
That was good. That was really good. I thought Mookie showed a lot of fight tonight and was in there and spoiling some tough pitches, and even that Doval at-bat, what he did right there and squared a lot of balls up tonight. So that was really encouraging. A lot of positives from Mookie. And again, solid defense. And tonight, Haesung, I just, the more you watch this young kid play, the more you like. And he's just a baseball player. He loves to compete, loves to fight. And so had a big night from him. So there were some good things.
All right, Shohei Ohtani draws the start in San Francisco tomorrow. We will preview that matchup as the Big Show continues to build up in his 5th start of the season. Tomorrow afternoon, Shohei Ohtani will be pulling double duty again, making his 5th start of the season on the mound. He's gone 2 innings in each of his previous 2 outings as he continues to build up after not pitching for almost 2 years. Nomar, it's still going to be an abbreviated outing for him, but what are you hoping to see against the Giants?
Well, more of the same. We've seen his last couple of outings as he's gotten better and just calmer, more comfortable, and sharper with his pitches and confidence with his pitches. I know he went 2 innings last. Maybe if he's efficient and just as confident and effective as he was his last out, maybe we'll see him go 3.
Each and every start, he's got better. A better feel for his pitch, especially the breaking ball, glove side command with that fastball. Hopefully gives us 3 strong innings.
All right, the Dodgers will be trying to snap out of this 7-game losing streak tomorrow. It's another chance for them to snap the skid.
Listen, tomorrow's a must-win. Must win. I'm going to say it right now. Must win tomorrow. Put ourselves in position to win the series.
Yeah, we talk about winning the series. Good fight today. Came up short. Win tomorrow.
All right. For Jerry, Nomar, and Kirsten, I am John. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Pre-game at noon on Sportsnet LA.
3回の大谷翔平選手の一発は素晴らしかったですね。内側の91マイルのカットボールを見事に弾き返し、スプラッシュヒット、バリーボンズを彷彿とさせる一発に解説者も私たちも大興奮でした。しかし、それ以外の打席では打てず、チームとしても悪夢の7連敗。ここまで勝てないドジャースは本当に珍しいですね。明日は大谷翔平選手が先発で、予定としては2、3イニングとのことですが、もうここで勝つしかない状況です。いけることまで言ってほしいですね。それでは次回の動画でお会いしましょう。さようなら。